Hello, you guys. So this is Mareka again from Spirits First Pinnacle. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, fabulous day today. So today's video is about how to stop the overthinking and rumination cycle. So this could be, if this is for you, if you are dealing with a trauma that occurred that you just can't stop thinking about, a relationship and issues that you can't stop thinking about, or a past failure that you had that you just can't stop thinking about. I'm going to tell you exactly what it means to stop ruminating, why it's important, and how to start that process today with your physical body. So let's get into it. So what does it actually mean to stop overthinking and the rumination cycle? So the first thing it means is that you don't feel like you're reliving that situation every day. So many people, when they have traumatic experiences, especially social experiences, whether it's something like humiliation, whether it's betrayal and different things like that, when they go out into daily life and they see anything that reminds them of that situation, they literally go right back to the same moment. It's like you're on a track, and then they're going, and then they just go back to that moment every single time, and it happens every single day. They literally think about that experience every single day, and sometimes it ruins their day. Sometimes it completely drives people away, and also it just puts them in a complete negative vibration because it's like they're going back to the same moment all the time, and they're never moving forward. So the second thing that it means to stop ruminating and overthinking is that your whole worldview is not skewed off of one event. This is a very dangerous thing to do. And a lot of people do this to try to protect themselves. I will be the first person to tell you that does not work. Allowing something to skew your whole worldview is not real protection. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not. It's called running. Because, and the reason why I say that is because you can take a lesson and understand something better without being angry and impressing it on everything else to compensate for what you have not processed. So that's the second thing. The second thing that it means to stop ruminating and overthinking is that your whole worldview is not skewed off this one thing. The third thing it means to stop ruminating is to make peace with your emotions and thought patterns that are bothering you. So many people agitate the issues that they're dealing with. They literally make it worse by telling themselves, oh, I should be over this. I shouldn't be doing this. I understand where they're coming from, but you cannot do this to the inner you. The outside you, which you're probably dealing with most of the time, you can say things like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Oh, you should be doing that. But the inner you, the soft version of you, I don't care who you are, you have a soft version to you. That part of you can't tell that part, you should be this or you should be that. That's not going to work. All it's going to trigger is guilt and a lack of self-acceptance. It's not going to fix anything. What you need to do is actually understand those emotions. Once you understand those emotions and feelings, then you can say, okay, I need to let this go. But if you just sit up here and say, oh, I should feel like this, oh, I should feel like that, it's going to cause you to ruminate and overthink. Why? Because there's a huge elephant in the room. It's like if you're trying to close a door and there's something huge in the door, but you just keep trying to close it like, oh my God, this is not working. That's where overthinking and rumination comes from. It's literally you trying to shut the door when something's already in it. So, yeah. Why is it important to stop overthinking and ruminating? Because you will beat the endless attitude. Y'all all know somebody who is like this. They had something bad happen to them or a few bad things, and now they walk through life with a perpetual attitude. With everyone, with everything. They just act like they hate their life and they hate you too. This is no way to live. Because all that venom they're putting out into the universe, they don't even realize that they're causing more venom to come back to them. They don't know. And a lot of people get caught up in this cycle because they think they're protecting themselves in most part. This is another protection mechanism. The endless attitude. But the more anger and attitude you put up there, the more anger, attitude, dysfunction, and fucked up shit you gonna get back. That I can guarantee you. And if you don't stop ruminating and overthinking, you're just gonna be mad all the time because your mind is going to start to feel trapped. Because it's like you're playing the same record over and over again. What do you think is gonna happen? So the second reason why it's important to stop overthinking and ruminating is because you'll actually be able to know how you feel. Because and I'm sure you guys could identify with this. When you have really bad anxiety and overthinking issues, over time, the issue gets so big that if someone asks you why you're doing it, you probably don't know. Be honest. You probably don't know. You're probably just like, I've been doing this for such a long time. They made me think about it and I went back to there and I don't know. And then someone asked you what was so traumatic about that event. Oh, it was just really sad and I felt sad and blah, blah, blah. And if you ask them, why did you feel sad? In most cases, they probably won't know. Overthinking and rumination causes this huge lack of clarity of what is actually going on. And that leads to my next point of why it's important to stop overthinking and ruminating. You will finally be able to think clearly, present tense. So many people walk through life in a fog. And the reason why they walk through life in a fog is not only because their outside world is not what they like it to be, but because their inside world is more horrible. And because it's more horrible, and they're overthinking and ruminating, they can't even figure out how to change it. They can't. They don't know. Because they cannot put things together enough to get out of it. They're just like in this endless bereavement of critical thinking, of shoulds, of pain, of sadness, dissatisfaction. Those things are very low vibrational. Not only will they lower your mental capacity, because honestly, I know people be like, oh, people dumb, blah, 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 blah. People would actually be very intelligent if they could think clearly. Most people cannot think clearly because of the things that I just talked about. They're overthinking, they're ruminating, whether it is them doing something they want to in life or just processing something that happened to them in life. They're mentally stuck, so their cognitive abilities go down. When you're able to think clearly and you stop ruminating and things like that, you will be able to do things that you never imagined. Your brain will be on one, and you will not continue to be like a sucker in life. Because I know, and it might sound harsh, but I have heard people say things like that about themselves. They've said that they honestly think they're a failure. And I understand that the past may have impacted them a lot. But the thing is, if you don't stop overthinking about the past, you will never be able to get out of it. Let me say that again. You will never be able to get out of it if you keep thinking from inside of it. And that's what this is about, stopping the ruminating. You have to step outside of it. And so, how do you do this? I have a couple techniques to start. The reason why I start with the physical body with rumination, overthinking, and anxiety, of course, is because the physical body, will override your skepticism. So oftentimes that I've seen, people have crippling anxiety, but anybody that tells them that they know how to fix it, they're so skeptical. It's like they either want a magic pill that'll make it all go away, or if anyone says something to them, they don't want to hear it, blah, 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 and they're closed off to it. So I suggest, if you're ruminating and overthinking, to try these techniques, these physical techniques, and then I would argue that you should begin journaling. Why journaling? Because it's a good way for you to get your thoughts out of your head. Because sometimes when you have so many thoughts in your head running around, it's hard to pick which one is real and not. With journaling, when you ask a question and then you write down the answer, that answer stands out. And whichever one came out of your head is the one that needed to be seen, needed to be addressed, needed to be worked out, needed to be acknowledged. And it's so much easier to delineate from your thoughts when you're doing the journaling. So I guess that's the first one. Second one is to massage your third eye as well as the back of your neck at the same time. I would recommend in a circle going towards the left and then going towards the right. And I'm putting my hand right back here, right at the base of my head. And then right here at the base of your neck, at the back. And then keep doing it with your third eye at the same time. I'd say probably do this for 1 to 2 minutes max. You can do it for longer if you like. If you do it for longer, it'll really zen you out a lot. But you can start off there. And the second physical exercises that I want to tell you guys about with this is the leg massage. So the legs are also a place besides the liver that tend to hold a lot of things from the past. The liver is more about the idea of self from the past, whether it's disappointment, shame, failures, etc., etc., while the legs are kind of about the feelings, the outside feelings, like the liver, it holds the source of the past. The legs hold the leaves and the tree portion. And they are a great place to hold stagnant energy. And that's actually what happens a lot of times in your legs. So what you need to do is take your hand. Well, actually, rub your hands together first to kind of get the chi flowing through your hands and flowing through your body. Your hands, as you know, are just like your feet. And they correlate with different internal organs in the body and everything. And when you rub your hands together like this, it's like you're activating your entire body. So that's why before I do a lot of the physical exercises I tell you guys to do, I say to always rub your hands together for that reason, because it activates the meridians in your entire body. So you need to start with the outside of your thigh and then go all the way, go along the outside of your leg, preferably with these 2 fingers. But you can do it with just the whole top 4 fingers, that'd be fine. And then you go from the outside of your thigh all the way down to your ankle, then round around your ankle, and then come up the inside of your leg all the way to your groin. Now, you need to do this 12 times on each side. I would say start off doing this 2 times a day. And then, or if you'd like to do it more, feel free to do it more. But I'd say 2 is probably good for this. You'll be able to release that past energy where you have been ruminating. And the reason why that's important is because a lot of times I find with people that have had crippling anxiety is that when someone teaches them a technique to make the anxiety go away, they get anxiety about not having anxiety. So that's where the leg massages come in. It'll completely unlock you from that anxiety paradigm. So thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you really enjoyed this and basically understood why it's important for you to stop ruminating and overthinking, and what it means to stop ruminating and overthinking, and how you can start doing it today with your physical body as soon as possible. So one more time. Stop ruminating means you don't relive the situation, you don't allow it to skew your entire worldview, and it means that you can make peace with the emotions that are bothering you instead of stuffing them down. So I wish love and light and love to you all. Have a fantastic week. And also, if you really resonate with this, feel free to message me for my coaching, energy healing, or a life path reading. I'd be honored to assist you on your journey wherever you're at. Have a great day. Bye.